Peace, 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 peace. This is class 2 of Chocolate Amun Ra, and we jumping right off from class 1 into 2. Malcolm X. Get the book. Watch those documentaries. Listen here. I'm showing you different clips about Malcolm X. So the reason why I'm doing that is to give you different ideas and different definitions and how this is being played out. And understand even these old clips, but it still affects us to this day. Our people needs to really wake up and understand that the fact that we hurt each other. We are. You collaborating with other people in different cultures to destroy your own peoples? For what? What you getting out of that? And then when things happen to your family, then you want the same people to help you out. It don't work out like that. We gonna find out. Are we our own worst enemy? All right, y'all. Let's pay all due respects to the Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amu. Let's jump right into it. This is part 2. Give you a little bit more of the documentary about Malcolm X. And he was having a discussion with 2 men. One was black, one was white. And basically they're going to try to double team him with different questions and try to downplay his religious belief and downplay how they supposed to move. Basically try to trap him. Let's get into it.
We talked about integration, we would integrate. And knowing that the law was on our side, and any effort we made to demonstrate toward integration, why, we would know the law should be on our side. If it's the law of the land. If it is the law of the land, then the demonstrators are within the law. And the discriminators are against the law. But to show you the hypocrisy of the law, when Negroes demonstrate for integration, instead of arresting the discriminators, the law arrests the demonstrators. So this is a foolish move on the part of Negroes. And when you foolishly get yourself involved with an enemy, then whatever comes upon you, that's your business. As Muslims, we believe that separation is the best way and the only sensible way, not integration. And but on the other hand, when we see our people being brutalized by white bigots, white racists, we think that they are.
Now the reason why I'm going to interrupt real quickly is because I want you to get something clear. In my opinion, you might not got it clear. Understand something. When Malcolm X just made the statement that they believe in basically separatism, that as certain black people will entwine their business with white politicians or white churches and so on and so forth, dealing with white law and dealing with bigot people, you know they're racist, or bigot, however you want to call it. Basically he was saying, we're not going to intervene with those black people knowing they're not really with us. They are the same black people who wants to sit there and engage with the white folks. And you can call it bigot if you want, but this is really, it happens even to this day. And then you turn around next week, even probably the next hour, you get the white police officer, bow, shooting a man. We don't know what happened. Killing that black man. He's going home to be with his family, and he's now being destroyed. Some of you black people do that. You engage with white people. You do. And they're bigots, and they can hide it. And then they turn around and destroy you. So what he's basically saying again, why should we help you? We don't believe in integration. So we're not going to help you if you're going against what we believe. When I say you got to be a Muslim, but you engaging with them. Quickly, an example, you think skinheads is going to engage with black people who hate other blacks? Have they done this? Clearly make the statement, I can't stand you black people, other blacks, and then engage with skinheads, engage with KKK. KKK is not going to go along with that. So why are you doing it? Let's let Brother Malcolm drop some more jewels.
Foolish to allow themselves to be beaten and brutalized and do nothing whatsoever to protect themselves. They are foolish. They should have the right to defend themselves against any attack made against them by anyone. If a dog is biting a black man, the black man should kill the dog. Whether the dog is a police dog, a hound dog, or any kind of dog. If a dog is sick on a black man, when that black man is doing nothing but trying to take advantage of what the government says is supposed to be his, then that black man should kill that dog or any two-legged dog who sicks the dog on him.
Should other black men help that particular person who was attacked?
I think you'll find, sir, that there will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself.
All right, now I shut that clip off, just to give you an example. Now we're on a new clip, which is Malcolm X and the King James and the Bible. We want to hear his perspective on that. Please have your pencils and papers and please write these things down. Malcolm X on the King James Version on the Bible. Understand that. Now I gave you my opinions, and I will jump in and out of here and give you my opinions. But understand, this is where we go. Let's get right into it.
Salaam alaikum. Beloved brothers and sisters and friends of our radio audience, welcome to our weekly broadcast, Mr. Muhammad Speaks. This is the only weekly radio program in America that teaches the Muslim religion, the age-old religion, the religion of our forefathers. And these weekly broadcasts are designed specifically to bring spiritual enlightenment to our people, the so-called Negroes of America. This is Minister Malcolm X of New York City, substituting for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and speaking this week from Muhammad's Mosque number 15, which is located at 444 and a half Edgewood Avenue here in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, the gateway to the Deep South. And we are happy to be here this week with Mr. Muhammad's faithful, hard-working Atlanta representative, Minister Maya, who is doing a wonderful work, not only here in Atlanta, but throughout the Deep South. And our people here in the South are ready for a change. They want a religion that will give them a salvation which includes freedom, justice, and equality here in this life and right here on this earth. Realizing that the Christian church has failed them. They are turning back toward the religion of Islam. the religion of our forefathers, the religion of the East. While we were members of the Christian church, we were rejected by the segregated churches of our slave master. In fact, we even failed to find unity and brotherhood in the churches among our own kind.
Now, the reason why I injected in, because I wanted you to hear clearly. Clearly, so you wouldn't think that I just made these things up. Black people were rejected in the early years of Christianity. They believed that we should not be part of Christianity. Now, I told you, cross-reference. You see, Malcolm X, he made this statement clear. When you do your research, you're going to find these things out. There were no black people in none of these religions. These religions, it was not. And I'm going to show you these religions right now. Okay, now, I'm going to show you, I have here on my phone, man-made religion. Make it quick for you to understand this here. You see? Man-made religion. Can you read some of these things? Quickly. Baptist religion, 1608. Pentecostal religion in 1901. The Mormons religion in 1830. Jehovah's Witness, 1872. Seventh-day Adventist religion, 1863. Do your research. The reason why I'm bringing this information out is to help you cross-reference and understand that none of these men has socialized themselves with black folks. None of them. The Jehovah's Witness, in the early years, went to the KKK and asked them what they should do with black people. The KKK basically stated, force them. Force them. And now look, you got thousands and thousands of black people, Jehovah's Witnesses, talking about they are witness. And then they forgive the enemy, and becoming a Jehovah's Witness. Now listen, like I said before, I know I was a Jehovah's Witness myself. And I knew something was wrong then. But I was. And I was institutionalized like everybody else. But my deity was always uncomfortable. Hear me clearly. Here they go again. Religion. You could download this stuff here. Man-made religion. None of these religions is not even 500 years old. Let's get back into Malcolm X.
Among our fellow ex-slaves who call themselves Christians. When we were in the Christian church, no one wanted us, and we didn't even want ourselves. We were greatly divided. We rejected friendship and brotherhood among ourselves. We rejected friendship and brotherhood among our own kind. But as Muslims, under the divine leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, our religion is Islam, the religion of the East, the religion of Africa, the religion of our own people back home today. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that this was also the religion of our forefathers before they were brought here 400 years ago to this land of bondage, in chains, to be made slaves by our slave masters whose religion was Christianity. But most important of all, Islam is God's religion. Islam is the religion of all the prophets. Islam was the religion of Noah, the religion of Lot, the religion of Moses, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Islam was the religion even of Jesus. As ex-slaves here in the land of our bondage, even though we become baptized, and even though we became baptized and accepted our slave master's Christian religion and became active members of the church. As Negro Christians, we found no love, we found no unity, and we found no brotherhood. But today, simply by accepting the divine leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, immediately we have 725 million Muslim brothers and sisters in Africa and Asia in the Brotherhood of Islam. Think of that, beloved brothers and sisters, especially those of you who are here in Atlanta, Georgia this evening. Simply by accepting the divine leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, immediately we have 725 million Muslim brothers and sisters in Africa and Asia in the Brotherhood of Islam. And despite the repeated failures of our former church and fraternal leaders to bring about love and unity among our people here in America, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, with the religion of Islam, is giving us true brotherhood, not only among...
Proof. Proof is in the pudding. How religion divided us. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know your identity. Christianity don't tell you nothing about your identity. When you go to church, they don't speak about your identity. They're not talking about Africa. In any one of their sermons, in any one of these preachers, and their bullputs, they don't talk about Africa. The only way they talk about Africa is they talk about a certain nation in Africa. But they don't tell you about Africa itself. They don't tell you things like I was telling you early before about the Sumerian text, Babylonian text, Liberia, Syria, Congo, Kemetic, what you call Egypt. They don't discuss these things. They don't talk about the Nile River. They're not talking about the Sphinx. They're not talking about the hieroglyphics, the Mayat, the Ankhs. They're not talking about that. Why are they not talking about these things? Why these things don't exist? You wouldn't know, and majority didn't know. I didn't even know till 8 years ago when I reconstruct my mind. I reconstruct my mind to the way I was thinking because I really prayed. I truly prayed. And I said I needed an answer. I needed to escape from this madness. I'm confused. I don't feel right. I'm lost. And the Creator opened up the door and showed me the light. The Creator opened the door and showed me the light. That creation, we are the original people on the planet. We are the origin. We are the descendants. Massive things have done to us. Death, kills, rapes, murder, stolen religion, stolen the whole concept of man. Put in the Bible, basically saying Adam and Eve were white people. They were here first. But even in the Bible, it tells you in the beginning, say none of that stuff. But how they inject this information in our minds. All these religions done it. Have put forth white man and white woman as they was the creator from the beginning. Say this to say that. That whatever religious you decide that you want to join, make sure you do your research and study about them. I am spiritual discipline for the gods and goddesses, and no, you cannot find that anywhere. It's because I am spiritual, I'm a messenger, and I believe in the Creator and nothing else. I don't believe in no religion. But let's get back to Malcolm X. Some of you need to get to know thyself. And then you'll be able to see and hear long before the madness unravels itself. Here, we're going to get into by any means necessary. Understand the concept of this documentary. I'm going to show you with Malcolm X, any means necessary. A lot of you need to hear this. So I'm going to put it out there. Understand any means necessary. So you as a man, as a black man, a black woman, you need to find courage and inspiration. And this document, I find inspiration. Let's get into it.
Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies. Everybody is here. As many of you know, last March, when it was announced that I was no longer in the Black Muslim movement, it was pointed out that it was my intention to work among the 22 million non-Muslim Afro-Americans and to try and form some type of organization or create a situation where the young people, our young people, the students and others, could study the problems of our people for a period of time and then come up with a new analysis and give us some new ideas and some new suggestions as to how to approach a problem that too many other people had been playing around with for too long. And that we would have some kind of meeting and determine at a later date whether to form a black nationalist party or a black nationalist army. There have been many of our people across the country from all walks of life who have taken it upon themselves to try and pool their ideas and to come up with some kind of solution to the problem that confronts all of our people. And tonight we are here to try and get an understanding of what it is they've come up with. Also, recently, when I was blessed to make a trip or a pilgrimage, a religious pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, where I met many people from all over the world, plus spent many weeks in Africa, trying to broaden my own scope and get more of an open mind to look at the problem as it actually is. One of the things that I realized, and I realized this even before going over there, was that our African brothers have gained their independence faster than you, recognition and respect as human beings much faster than you and I. Just 10 years ago on the African continent, our people were colonized. They were suffering all forms of colonization, oppression, exploitation, degradation, humiliation, discrimination, and every other kind of nation. And in a short time, they have gained more independence, more recognition, more respect as human beings than you and I have. And you and I live in a country which is supposed to be the citadel of education, freedom, justice, democracy, and all of those other pretty sounding words. So it was our intention to try and find out what was our African brothers doing to get results so that you and I could study what they had done and perhaps gain from that study or benefit from their experiences. And my traveling over there was designed to help to find out how. One of the first things that the independent African nations did was to form an organization called the Organization of African Unity. The purpose of our Organization of Afro-American Unity, which has the same aim and objective, to fight whoever gets in our way. To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary. That's our motto. The purpose of our organization is to start right here in Harlem, which has the largest concentration of people of African descent that exists anywhere on this earth. There are more Africans here in Harlem than exist in any city on the African continent, because that's what you and I are, Africans. The Charter of the United Nations, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Constitution of the United States, and the Bill of Rights are the principles in which we believe, and that these documents, if put into practice, represent the essence of mankind's hopes and good intentions, desirous that all Afro-American people and organizations should henceforth unite so that the welfare and well-being of our people will be assured. We are resolved to reinforce the common bond of purpose between our people by submerging all of our differences and establishing non-sectarian constructive programs for human rights. We hereby present this charter. Number one, the establishment. The Organization of Afro-American Unity shall include all people of African descent in the Western Hemisphere. In essence, what it is saying, instead of you and me running around here seeking allies in our struggle for freedom, in the Irish neighborhood or the Jewish neighborhood or the Italian neighborhood, we need to seek some allies among people who look something like we do. And once we get their allies, it's time out for you and me to stop running away from the wolf right into the arms of the fox, looking for some kind of help. That's it, right. Number two, self-defense. Since self-preservation is the first law of nature, we assert the Afro-American's right to self-defense. The Constitution of the United States of America clearly affirms the right of every American citizen to bear arms. And as Americans, we will not give up a single right guaranteed under the Constitution. The history of unpunished violence against our people clearly indicates that we must be prepared to defend ourselves, or we will continue to be a defenseless people at the mercy of a ruthless and violent racist mob.
All right, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, part 2 is done. But I'm going to spit a few issues out here with the brother Malcolm X. Any means necessary. That faculty is correct. The enemy don't give a shit about you. The enemy don't care if you're on his side or her side or their side. The enemy want to keep you blind, deaf, and dumb to all things. The enemy has now reconstructed itself. The enemy is now making it look like we all equal. The enemy has used a new tactics. The enemy has now allowed black people to taste this so-called rich life. See, if you understand about being rich, you're rich in yourself. And what you do with it, this is how you become rich. Now, of course, they believe in materialistic things, and the more money you got, the more power you possess. To a degree. Gods and goddesses, don't hand over your thinking power. Don't hand over your opinions. Rise to the concavity. Just rise. Don't be afraid of speaking your mind. Because when the enemy wants to speak their mind, they're going to do it without a hesitation. Rise to the occasion. Rise to the occasion. What, you scared? Come on. Any means necessary. You got the capability to spread this seed. You got the capability to tell your family, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles. You got the capabilities if someone come up to you and want to discuss something, talk to them intelligently, humbly, carefully. Remember, we got the house Negro that's out there. I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. Let's do what we gotta do. This one is about Malcolm X. Peace.